In this video, I'm going to talk about how to balance the equations. Now, I'm going to use the exact same formula that we just solved for in the previous video of translating about a chemical equation. And so that was our sodium nitrate breaks down into sodium nitrite and oxygen gas. Now, I left blanks in between here to give me some space because now we're going to balance it. What that means is that the same number of atoms and the same type of atoms are the same as the reactants versus the product side. So for example here, I see that I have sodium, nitrogen, and oxygen on this side. That means I should have sodium, nitrogen, and oxygen on this side as well. But I also have to make sure that there's the same number. So for example, I see here sodium, there's no number here, so that means there's one atom of sodium. Well, there's on this side only one sodium as well, so it's already balanced. Nitrogen over here is 1, and so is nitrogen over here, so that's good too. Now you always want to start with atoms that are the least shown. So I didn't start with oxygen because I see oxygen is over here, it's split apart here, so it makes it complicated. But since sodium and nitrogen are already taken care of, we're now going to look at oxygen. There's 3 oxygens on this side. And combined between these two, there are 4 oxygens. There's the 2 here and the 2 here. So what that means is we have to balance between those two. Now the easiest thing to do is just to add to both sides till they equal each other. So I'm going to add more to this side since this one has the least amount of oxygens. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a 2 right here. What that tells me is that now I have 2 sodiums, 2 nitrogens, but I also have to double the amount of oxygen. So instead of 5 oxygens, I have 6 oxygens. Okay, think about it as multiplying. The 2 goes to every single element. And I have to write it at the beginning of the compound. I can't just add it wherever I want to. This is the compound already. So since it already has these things in order, I can't change the order, I can't change the number of them. I have to only change the beginning. This number just represents the coefficient, which is the number of molecules in the atom. So that means I needed 2 of these. And when I have 2 of these, they break apart into these things. Now, I have a total of 6 oxygens now, but I also changed the nitrogen and sodium. So since I changed the nitrogen and sodium to 2, I'm going to add a 2 on this side as well. Like this. So now that means I have 2 sodiums, 2 nitrogens, and now I have double the amount of oxygen, so that's 4. Well, if I count out the oxygens now, I have 4 in this one and 2 in this one, so that's a total of 6. Well, I have a total of 6 oxygens now, so in the end, everything's balanced. I have 2 of the sodiums on both sides, I have 2 of the nitrogens on both sides, and now I have 6 of the oxygens. Well, since I didn't write a number here, that's automatically 1, but we can also just leave it blank. We don't have to put a 1 there. But if it makes you feel better, you can put a 1 there. Okay, and that is how you balance a chemical equation.